Welcome to your daily focus for October the 23rd, 2018. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you, Tilly, for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now let's turn to the cards and see what they have to tell us about the energy that surrounds us, and it's building, and everybody's weekly readings were just so pumped with this hot, burning fire. Strong energy this week. Look at this. We have the Ace of Cups. Now, whenever an ace appears in a reading, even if you are on a brand new path, you're trying new things, and the ace appears, it talks about a path on which you are about to step. But it is in the very first position, and there was a couple of signs that had aces in the first position this week. And that means that path is like seconds away from you. A couple more steps. And this is about love. This is about creativity. This is about service to others. This is about your passions, building your abundance, your happiness, your joy, your well-being. So where are you honoring your truth right now in order to allow that cup to enter your life? The Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is actually in detriment. It's still the Three of Pentacles. I think this card was a popular one too. Came up in a couple, I know. This is about doing the work now and not expecting the results right away. This is about knowing that you've got to do it step by step, even if it feels like no one's watching. And don't be fooled. Somebody's always watching when this card appears. They notice it, whether or not they are acknowledging it, but they see it. So you have to lead with integrity, with 110% commitment. And that might be hard to do today. Might be extremely hard to stay on task, to get done what we want to get done, to maybe do it as good as we thought we were going to do it. And the Seven of Cups. Yeah, we can be pulled in every direction today. Things can just come out of the blue and push your energy into one focus and then to another and then to another. So we have to be very conscious of what we are giving focus to. Is it a priority? Is it something that we can put on the back burner so that we can focus on the things that we want to deal with now in our lives in order to move us forward? The mundane is not going to attract us today. For some reason, I'm really getting that strongly with this card. The more you are rigid within your routine, the more I think you need to expect the unexpected today. And don't worry, it's about Uranus, okay? Uranus is very powerful in the sky right now. It's at like 1 degree or 0 degrees of Taurus. It's in retrograde. It's going backwards into Aries, where I think in the next couple of weeks. So we've already walked part of this path before. Now chances are something that happened maybe in June or May even is being triggered again in some way. And Uranus asks us, you know, how are we going to be original? How are we going to be inventive? How are we going to be creative? In our love, in our work, in our service to our communities, our families. And it's very much a free will kind of day. We can either go with the flow or we can fight the current. I highly recommend you don't fight the current right now because things are being revealed to us right now that may not seem to really trigger something in us, but years later, you'll remember that moment. You'll remember what somebody said and then somebody else said, and then voila, here we are today. Or what you saw and then what you did and how it all came together. So it is about moving forward. It is about doing it one step at a time. It is doing the mundane things as well as the exciting things. But I think we're a little bit more wanting for the unique, the original, the exciting, the new adventure, rather than taking care of the details. But we are going into full moon energy. So we want to release. We want to put completion on things in our lives so that we can move forward, so that we can step into new energies and new paths. So what is pulling your attention today? And should it be pulling your attention today? Is it getting you to where you want to go? Is it part of your future? Is it something that you want to invest your time or your energy, your finances in? Let's get an affirmation card. So when we look at the numerology, it's a 17 for today. So that's the star card. That's making the impossible possible. So don't stop dreaming right now. Absolutely not. And maybe through being out of focus and things and being pulled in certain directions, it stimulates your mind for the unique, for the new, for the different. 10 of fire. Well, that's a high energy card. The 10 of fire is burning away, releasing the excess. Endings clear the way for new beginnings. I may be overcommitted and have taken on too many burdens. In this moment, I do the work of decluttering my life. All that I release will take a new form and serve the greater whole. But I no longer need to hold on to it simply because it once seemed to have a value for me. I thank it for what it did for me, but I say goodbye to the emotions, the relationships, and situations that I realize do not belong in my life anymore. So, are those the things pulling your attention? The things that really don't have a part in your life anymore? So thank it for what it did for you. It got you to here. It made you, it could have been the strongest part of your existence. So thank it for being a part of your life, a part of your walk. But say goodbye to the emotions, the relationships, and situations that you realize do not belong in your life anymore. To allow completion. And an animal card. The bats were at the bottom of the deck. They came out recently. Let's see what our animal is going to be today. Be free. Be free. Yeah, it's not going to be a day where we really want to get down to the details and doing things. So it's going to have to be a very conscious act to maybe get some things off your plate today, or you start cleaning the closet and all of a sudden you run across this old photo album and then you're sitting down. Next thing you know, it's 3 hours later and you're on the phone with somebody that you came across a picture and, oh, I wonder how they're doing, and or you're Skyping, or you're trying to see if they're on Facebook and reunite, or it's just a winding road, I think, today, rather than a straight avenue. So there's a lot of things that pull us off our focus. And it's okay if we get pulled off of our focus, so long as it's moving us in the right direction. As long as we're not getting caught up in somebody else's drama or their agenda. Leader, initiate, impulsive, open, insight. There are many ways to be free. One of them is to transcend reality by imagination, as I try to do. If you have chosen the Hawk, the card speaks to who you are. Hawk is a protective, intuitive, and a leader. Hawk shows you that you are very responsible, you are intelligent, and you are spiritual. You observe the situation before reacting. Hawk may be telling you to look at the big picture before you react. Stop paying attention to every single tiny detail, as it helps to alleviate the weight that you feel around you and your life. Hawk wants you to work on adding some impulsiveness to your life instead of ritualistically walking through life as if it were a recipe that needs to be followed exactly. So there we are with that rigid routine, right? And saying, plan for the unexpected, go with the unexpected, see where it leads you. There is a difference between being irresponsible and impulsive, so don't fret that Hawk is telling you to change. He only tells you to free yourself from narrow-minded people and small thinking to be free. Hawk is often seen as a messenger from the other side, so if you've chosen this card, there's a spiritual awakening that you are being asked to open yourself up to. And it could be that you went through a trying, difficult time and were simply going through the motions. Hawks asks you if you are being authentic to your true soul self. And if the answer is no, work with Hawk to get back to the intuitive person that you are by possibly taking a class in mediumship or psychic development. And when I was reading that, I thought of a conversation I had with a woman earlier today. I forget exactly where it came in, but it's about going with the flow and not resisting and not fighting and seeing where it pops you up. And so that's what reminded me. And so where I live, in the river close to us where we learned to swim and whatnot, there was a thing called an undertow. And if you don't know what an undertow is, it's you're swimming along and all of a sudden this pocket of water grabs you and pulls you under the water. And you go down to the bottom. It's like a little spinny thing in the water, I guess, and it pulls you down. And if you try to fight the undertow, you will surely not live to tell about it. And so, I was taught as a kid, and most of us were in this area, that you relax, you hold your breath, and you relax and let it pull you right down because it pops you back up somewhere else. It's not a fun experience still, though, but by going with the flow, it actually popped you up into a new day. So I told her that the situation she was in, that, it's like swimming in the river. Don't fight the undertow. Go with the flow. See where it pops you up. Be open to whatever challenge or inventive, creative experience pops into your life today. Maybe it's a new relationship. Maybe it's a new best friend. Maybe it's a new group of people to raise your energy. I mean, these are all good things that could pull you into a different direction. So I'm not saying that being pulled into a different direction is per se bad for you today, but we have to be conscious of what we are saying yes to and what we are saying no to, so that we can choose for our focus, our new path, our way forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.